In this video tutorial, we're going to recreate an existing website structure. In the end, we will not have a website that is suitable for publishing, but we will be able to see the structure and how it's constructed using Dreamweaver CC and the HTML5 tools it provides us. Before we start, let's go take a look at our website. We're going to recreate the structure of the El Centro College webpage. Before we begin to write any code or do anything in Dreamweaver, we need to take a look at how this website is put together. We see that it's got a banner, it's got a navigation bar, it has some content here that's split into two sections. Below that there is a showcase of links followed by a calendar of events. At the bottom here we've got some more links and then a footer with a copyright notice. So it's a fairly straightforward page, nothing too tricky about it. In the assignment I included a download link to a tool called Pixus. I'm going to open that now. All Pixus is a window that floats on top of the screen and allows us to measure what the dimensions of any area are in pixels. I'm going to just see how wide our screen is to begin with. And we see that the page is about 960 pixels wide. That's a standard size. There are plenty of pages that are built with 960 pixel wide screens. So let's figure out this banner, how tall it's going to be. So it's going to be about 960 by 70. And I'll be using my notepad here to take my notes. So the banner is 960 by 70. We have the navigation area just below it. I know it's still 960 pixels wide, so about 40 pixels tall. So navigation, 960 by 40. The content area has two sections to it. Let's see how wide each one of them is and how tall they are. Let's say they're about 350 pixels tall each. The first section is about 600 pixels wide, so we'll just call it inside of the content. The slideshow area is 600 by 350. We also have a news area on the side. And it's at about 350 pixels wide. It's the same height, so I'll put in the 350 for the height. And yes, if you add up 600 by 350, you will not get 960, but that's because there is some space in between here and here that we would correct if we were rebuilding this in its entirety, but since we just want the structure, these numbers will work fine. Next, the showcase area. There's going to be 4 of them. And really I just need to see how tall one of them is, more than anything. It's going to be about 220 pixels tall. So I'll call this the showcase area. And each one of our info nuggets, let's do some quick math, or at least let Google do it for me. 60 by 4 is 240. Each info box will be 240 by 220 pixels. Next we have our calendar events. That will include the header that's on it. It's going to be 260 pixels tall. So this area will be events at 960 by 260. Next we have our links. And the links are, I'd say, about 170 tall and 60 by 170. And then finally our footer. We'll probably take all of those 20 pixels there at the bottom at 960 by 20. I'm gonna close Pixus, and now that we have our beginning information, we can start to build our structure in Dreamweaver CC, and let's do that in the next video.